Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain TXP and today is the 8th of November 2023. Now the global cryptocurrency market guys is definitely pumped up, but what is really interesting is that the dominance of Bitcoin has gone down. And listen guys, since the last few days, the price of Ripple or XRP is definitely pumping up to the moon, and I wouldn't be surprised in the next few days it definitely overtakes Binance BNB chain. So we'll very briefly touch base on that when we look at the price of the global cryptocurrency market. Now in today's episode guys, we have two news from Coinbase. Now the first news has to do with an advisory council, and they have 4 new members who will be joining the global advisory council. So we'll definitely go and explore that. Now look guys, historically when we talk at a protocol level, let's say Bitcoin blockchain or Ethereum blockchain, they definitely have a allergic reaction to councils, even foundations. But when you talk about cryptocurrency exchanges or centralized entity, these councils or advisory boards definitely do make a lot of sense. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what the advisory council is and who are they joining. And we also have another update regarding Coinbase, and this is all the way from Kazakhstan, but unfortunately guys, it is not a positive update because looks like the website was reportedly blocked in Kazakhstan. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss it. Now listen guys, when China had aggressively banned Bitcoin mining, Kazakhstan was one of the first countries to open up its doors so far as Bitcoin mining operations is concerned. So news regarding Kazakhstan definitely has a massive impact so far as macro level adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned. And guys, earlier this year, there was massive news surrounding Bitcoin Ordinals, and I very specifically remember they were making leaps and bounds, and the number of Ordinal inscriptions was definitely multiplying by days and week. Unfortunately, the news had died down, but there is a massive positive update, and looks like Bitcoin Ordinals has reached a 6-month high. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss that. And guys, listen, whether you like it or not, Bitcoin Ordinals are definitely making a massive impact, not just in the blockchain technology sphere, but also in the NFT game as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And guys, we have some news regarding China, and looks like China's CBDCs are being used for settlements for commodities. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And we also have another news from Asia, and that is to do with Vietnam. And looks like they're forming a Web3 coalition. And 98, they have launched $250 million worth of ecosystem fund, and they're doing that to support Web3 startups in Asia. And look guys, if you're a startup, definitely need to check it out, because I'm pretty much sure you will be benefited by it, and in return the entire Web3 ecosystem benefits as well. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I'm going to be discussing 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is a really critical one, which deals with deadline for crypto licensing, and Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, has clearly laid down guidelines for crypto license compliance. So it's really critical to go ahead and follow these orders. Now the second news guys is another massive news which has more to do with gaming, but I'll go ahead and explain how it impacts the world of metaverse as well. And the news essentially is that Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed launches 3 initiatives as part of Dubai Metaverse strategy, including Metaverse Alliance, Metaverse Guidelines and Metaverse Pioneers as well. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and explore that. And all these news guys is published by the official government website as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and look at that. So quite a lot of cover cars in today's episode. So let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee Date, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee Date has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. They'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media Guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, listen guys, there are 3 things I'm absolutely passionate about. One is death metal, ice cold beer, and the third one is extreme sports, and that is Tough Mudder. And Tough Mudder, guys, is a series of obstacle and mud runs that'll push your physical and mental limits without the pressure of competition. It's essentially a community that is built on teamwork and overcoming obstacles, where stepping outside of your comfort zone is the actual reward. And my big question is, guys, when was the last time you did something wild for the very first time? Now listen guys, Tough Mudder Arabia has a formidable team, and Tough Mudder Arabia, guys, is putting across a series of events this year and next year. And if you're someone who's in Dubai, there are 2 days of back-to-back Tough Mudder events as well that takes place on the 11th and the 12th of November at the iconic Jebel Ali race. Now listen guys, there are different distances as well. You have 5 kilometer, you have 10 kilometer, and you also have Tough Mudder for kids as well. Now so far as the Tough Mudder 5K is concerned, it's featuring 13 of the famous teamwork inspired obstacles crammed into 5K course, and so far as 10K is concerned, it has 20 of the world's famous obstacles to tackle. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to the Instagram of Tough Mudder, give them a follow, and listen guys, if you do want to score a discount, the discount is RACE15, and the link for the discount is in the show notes below. I hope I get to see you there guys, because to be honest, on the 11th and 12th, it's going to be my 25th and the 26th Tough Mudder, and one of my goals is to do 100 Tough Mudder, which hopefully might happen in the next few years. So look at the show notes below and get yourself registered, and hopefully see you at the event. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers.
a brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now, guys, since we've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, as of today, it is at $1.34 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it is marginally pumped up by 1.05%, and the total cryptocurrency market volume, guys, is a little shy of $50 billion. As of now, it is at $47.97 billion, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 17.50%. Now, if you look at the volume of DeFi, it has definitely crossed the $5 billion mark, and DeFi, guys, as of today is accounting for 11.09% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And if you talk at DeFi volumes in terms of dollar amount, it is at $5.32 billion, and the total value locked has crossed the $40 billion mark, and as of now it is at $43.90 billion. And if you look at the dominance, guys, Lido is still definitely dominating at $17.02 billion, and one trend which I've been observing for the past 3 to 4 months now is that on Wednesdays, the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance picks up pace. I really am not sure if these numbers are driven mostly by centralized exchanges and they might be converting a lot of the funds or maybe trying to use a lot of decentralized exchange, because as of now it is at 25.22%, and if you also compare it with the volume of decentralized exchange, they often more than double on Wednesdays. And if you look at volume of Uniswap, guys, it is at $1.30 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $425.55 million. Core Finance is at number 3rd at $130.58 million, and Thorchain's volume has definitely picked up pace since the last 24 hours. To date is at $109.78 million, in Maverick Protocol at $85.57 million. Now, guys, if you look at the volume of stable coins, it is at $42.95 billion, and one trend which I've been observing, especially since the last 2 weeks, to be honest, is that the volume of stable coins has almost doubled, and that is mostly because of Jerome Powell announcing no interest rate hike, and also regarding some hype regarding Bitcoin spot ETF, isn't it? Now, as of today, stablecoins is accounting for 89.53% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and Tether USDT, guys, is clearly dominating so far as the 24-hour volume is concerned at $36.05 billion. And in just a few minutes, guys, I'm also going to be sharing the market cap of only stable coins, and you can compare it, let's say, in terms of the 24-hour trading volume. And it's no surprise that Tether USDT is definitely a dominant player. Now the number second so far as the 24-hour volume is concerned is Circle USDC at $4.23 billion, and Binance BUSD guys is well below the $500 million mark at $435 million. Now let's quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And guys, listen, since the last few days, the dominance of Bitcoin has been going down, and as of now it is at 51.83%. And to be honest, that is because of a lot of people aggressively buying XRP. And to be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if XRP's market cap marginally overtakes Binance BUSD's market cap, because at this moment they are really close, and Binance BNB's market cap is $37.4 billion, whereas XRP's market cap is at $37.02 billion. And earlier this year, just for roughly around 3 to 4 days, XRP's market cap had definitely overtaken Binance BNB's market cap. And this was when Brad Garlinghouse did actually announce that XRP is not a security. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the market reacts so far as the market cap of Binance BNB is concerned in comparison to XRP. And guys, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, it is at $691 billion, and Ethereum, guys, is at $227 billion. The 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum is less than half of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume at $8.71 billion, whereas Bitcoin is $18.6 billion. Now guys, in today's episode, let me just run through the market cap of stable coins, and for some odd reason, guys, Tether USDT's market cap has gone highest this particular year, and it just does not make any sense, because if you look at the 24-hour trading volume this year, all of the 24-hour trading volume has been lowest, not just for Bitfinex's to the USDT, even Circle USDC's 24-hour trading volume has been lowest, and Binance BUSD, guys, they've already decided to go ahead and close the doors, isn't it? Bitfinex's Tether USDT's market cap is $85.44 billion, Circle USDC's market cap is $24.46 billion, and listen guys, last year, Circle USDC's market cap used to hover somewhere between the $28 to $30 billion mark. Now for some odd reason, why is Tether USDT's market cap increasing? Now the third one, guys, so far as market cap of stablecoins is concerned, is MakerDAO, and its market cap is $5.35 billion. But guys, listen, if you were to look at its 24-hour trading volume, it is only at $132,000. Now the number 4 so far as the market cap of stablecoins is concerned is Tron's True USD at $3.34 billion, but the 24-hour trading volume is ridiculously less than $200,000 at $193,000. And the number 5th, guys, is Binance BUSD, and unfortunately, guys, its market cap has finally gone below the $2 billion mark. It is at $1.89 billion. Now just a refresher, guys, Binance BUSD's market cap at one point of time was at $16 billion. Ever since SEC has decided to go aggressively after Binance, and even the founder CZ, Binance BUSD's market cap has been on a decline. And in my episode last week, I also talked about CZ's net worth has gone down by well over 80%. Now this is the unfortunate power of government and rules and regulations on cryptocurrencies, and they can have a massive impact, not just in terms of dollar amount but also in sheer existence. Now guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, let me run through a project called as Polymesh, because they're claiming to be an institutional grade permission blockchain. And look guys, me personally, I'm not a fan of permission blockchain, but nonetheless, let me go ahead and explain what this project is. Now so far as the ticker symbol is concerned, it is PolyX, and they're claiming to be a specialized blockchain design for regulated financial assets. Now it's different from regular blockchains like Ethereum because it is built to handle issues like governance, identity verification, compliance with rules, data privacy, and secure transactions for financial assets. Now look guys, when you talk about permission blockchain, the other word immediately I can think of is just a regular software, isn't it? But nonetheless, for Polymesh, PolyX is the cryptocurrency used for Polymesh network, and it is used for securing network, paying for transaction fees, and making decisions about the network's rules. And Polymesh, guys, allows for creation of decentralized apps and addresses concerns related to enforcing rules, verifying identities, complying with regulations, protecting data privacy, and ensuring transactions are finalized as well. Now, so far as the founders are concerned, there are individuals like Chris Huso, Adam Dosa, Graham Moore, William Van Jones, Robert Jakubski, Francis O'Brien, and Nick Cafaro. Now, what makes Polymesh unique is its focus on regulated assets and its use of identity-based actions instead of public keys, so it offers privacy for token holders during voting while ensuring transparency in corporate governance is concerned. And Polymesh, guys, supports not only security tokens and also stable coins, which are issued by trust parties and can be linked to different currencies. And so far as the token is concerned, it doesn't have a fixed supply, and its supply will actually increase over time to code and support the network. Now, so far as the security mechanism is concerned, Polymesh is secure through a nominated proof-of-stake mechanism where node operators and stakeholders work together to maintain the network security, and they are rewarded or penalized in their own token, that is PolyX, and is purely based on the performance. So essentially, in summary, guys, Polymesh is a blockchain designed for secure and digital financial assets, and they have their own token or cryptocurrency called as PolyX, and it uses a special method to keep the network safe, that is nominated proof-of-stake mechanism. And so far as the blockchain is concerned, it is different because it focuses on rules and protecting identities, making it suitable for financial institutions and assets. So those are some bits and pieces of information, guys, regarding Polymesh. Now let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And right now, guys, the price of Bitcoin is $35,335. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 1.30%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.52%. Ethereum, guys, has actually gone down, and it is below the $1,900 mark, and it is at $1,889. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.03%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 4.28%. Binance BNB Coin is at $246, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.76%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 9.19%. And look, guys, I wouldn't be surprised in the next few days, XRP definitely overtakes Binance BNB Coin so far as the market cap is concerned, and XRP, guys, will be number 3rd across all cryptocurrency and blockchain protocols so far as market cap is concerned. Now, guys, there's massive news circulating in Coinbase, and the first one has to do with Coinbase Global Advisory Council, and they have actually announced they welcome 4 new members to support Coinbase, and the reason for this is they are navigating strategic decision, and that is because of the evolving landscape for crypto around the world, isn't it? And guys, each of these members bring impressive national security insights, as crypto and blockchains are increasingly essential to the security of all nations. So 4 members who have been added is Mark Esper, Stephanie Murphy, Francis Townsend, and David Urban. Now listen, guys, if you want to read through the official news, it is mentioned in the blog itself, and these 4 new members, guys, will be joining former Senator Patrick Toomey, who is a massive advocate of Bitcoin, and he's definitely not a massive fan of central bank digital currencies as well. And also joining with them will be former Congressman Tim Ryan, who I believe is a Democrat from Ohio, and also former Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney, who is also a Democrat from New York, and Chris Lian, who is the Chief Strategy Officer at Horn Ventures, and John Anzalon, who is the Impact Research Polling founder. Now look, guys, this global council will definitely be a massive deal so far as the direction of Coinbase is concerned. And this year has been a mix for Coinbase, to be honest, because they have decided or showed the intentions to leave United States of America as well, and hopefully they might move the head office to Dubai as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see news surrounding Coinbase. Now we do have some news from Coinbase all the way from Kazakhstan, and what happened, guys, is that the Coinbase website was reportedly blocked in Kazakhstan, and this was according to local reports from Cursive News. And what happened is that Coinbase website tied to New York Mercantile Exchange, that is NYMEX, and interactive brokers were also banned, and reports from various regions in Kazakhstan suggested that Coinbase, one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges, had restricted users due to its alleged violation of paragraph 5 of Article 11 in Digital Asset Law of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Now this particular clause, guys, pertains to regulations concerning the issuance and sale of unregistered cryptocurrency securities as outlined by Kazakhstan's Ministry of Culture and Information. So today's news is kind of like a mix. One is a positive news, and the second one is not so positive news for Coinbase, isn't it? Now guys, one positive news is regarding Bitcoin, and that is to do with Bitcoin Ordinals. And guys, listen, I very specifically remember earlier this year, Bitcoin Ordinals was definitely making quite a lot of news, and even after the first and second quarter, there were definitely news surrounding Bitcoin Ordinals, and to be honest guys, there are mixed reaction regarding Bitcoin Ordinals, even among Bitcoin maximalists as well. Now so far as today's news is concerned, trading in Bitcoin Ordinals have reached a new 6-month high, as the token, that is ORDI token, has experienced a significant surge, and this was because of a listing in Binance, and the market definitely showed increased activity yesterday as Binance introduced support for the token, that is ORDI, which is ORDI, and guys, according to an analytical firm called as Dune Dashboard, which is created by a pseudonymous data analyst called as Domo, Bitcoin Ordinal transactions volume surged to its highest level since May of this year, and it was at $14.7 million, so definitely some positive news, I guess. Now guys, let's discuss some news all the way from China, but this news has more to do with central bank digital currency, and the news is that the People's Bank of China is contemplating the utilization of digital yuan for settling transactions related to services and commodities with Hong Kong, and D. Gang, the Deputy Director General of Digital Currency Institute of the PBOC, suggests that this approach would offer companies a means to circumvent the challenges associated with relying on expensive cross-border payment channels as a single option. Now listen guys, if you do want to read through the news, this news is actually published by Bitcoin.com, and so far as the cooperation is concerned guys, the cooperation between Hong Kong and mainland China could allow trade and subsequent payment of natural gas, oil and other services using digital yuan, and this, to be honest, will be an absolutely massive deal, isn't it? Because the introduction of the digital yuan would allow companies to avoid traditional single payment channel, which as we know features high cost and low efficiency operations compared to China's CBDC. Now listen guys, so far CBDCs is concerned, it's really important to understand that there are 3 different types of CBDCs. One is wholesale CBDC, the second one is retail CBDC, and the third one is MCBDC, that is multiple CBDC. Now this news most likely deals with MCBDC, that is multiple CBDC, isn't it? Now guys, let's discuss news all the way from Vietnam. Now listen guys, so far as adoption is concerned, Vietnam is definitely in the top 3 and has often been number 1 so far as cryptocurrency adoption is concerned all across the world, and this, to be honest, is really positive news, and there is roughly around $25 million fund that will actually support Web3 startups. So the news essentially is that 98 has launched $25 million ecosystem fund to support Web3 startups in Asia, and this fund actually marks a final step in the transition from Coin98 Finance, demonstrating the decision to nurturing Web3 startups' growth in the region. So let me just summarize this news for you, because 98 guys announced the launch of $25 million ecosystem fund for Web3 startup, and this fund is aimed at addressing the specific needs and challenges faced by Web3 builders, and it offers financial and strategic support to selected startups along with guidance and access to vast network of industry partners. And 98's ecosystem guys includes Viction, which is a layer 1 blockchain designed for zero gas transactions and security, and the ecosystem fund encourages the use of native token, that is $C98 or C98, to drive Web3 innovation. And also Arch Fund, which is a venture arm within the 98 ecosystem, manages the fund and collaborates with selected startups. And 98 guys also plans to launch a launchpad, which is called Starship, to further support high-quality Web3 startups. And guys, the company is also committed to fostering Web3 technology adoption and building decentralized internet as well. So those are the news guys from Crypto and Coffee at 8. Now let's look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And to be honest guys, the first one is an extremely serious and important one that actually talks about a deadline for crypto licensing compliance in Dubai. And the news essentially is that Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, has set a deadline for crypto firms to complete the applications by 17th of this month, and failure to meet the deadline will result in the activation of enforcement mechanism for virtual asset service providers. And VARA guys, as of now, has already received applications from over 1,000 crypto firms to register under Dubai's new regulatory framework, and the Virtual Asset Service Provider license, also called as VASP license, issued by VARA, allows companies to provide crypto services to qualified investors and institutional customers in Dubai. And Dubai guys introduced the crypto regulatory framework earlier in February this year, positioning itself as a prominent destination for blockchain and crypto businesses, and the UAE Security and Commodities Authority also began accepting applications from crypto firms going back to April of this year. Now, so far as the deadline is concerned, the regulatory deadline is a significant step in ensuring compliance with Dubai's crypto industry, and it underlines Dubai's commitment to establishing a regulated and secure environment for cryptocurrency activities. And guys, November 17th is the deadline, and to be honest, it is approaching really fast, and the firms definitely need to act promptly to complete these applications, and compliance with the regulatory framework is essential to operate within the Dubai's crypto legal sector, isn't it? And VARA's regulatory framework is designed to bring transparency and accountability to the cryptocurrency space, and qualified investors and institutional customers in Dubai will definitely benefit from these regulated crypto services. And the regulatory framework, guys, is part of Dubai's broader strategy to become a hub for blockchain and crypto innovation. Now look, guys, make sure you follow this deadline, because Dubai is definitely taking initiative and has positioned itself as a competitive player in the global cryptocurrency industry. And this deadline, guys, underscores the seriousness of the regulatory authorities in Dubai regarding crypto business compliance, and crypto firms should ensure that they have all the necessary documentation and meet the required standards by 17th of November. And listen, guys, non-compliance after the deadline may result in legal consequences and operational disruptions for virtual asset service providers. And the UAE, guys, as we know, is showing an increased interest in regulating the cryptocurrency sector, isn't it? And Dubai's regulatory framework aligns with the global efforts to address challenges and opportunities for the cryptocurrency industry. Now, guys, let's discuss second news. And to be honest, guys, this is another massive news, and this has more to do with gaming, but it also includes news regarding metaverse as well. So let me go ahead and break down what this news is all about, because His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed launched the Dubai Program for Gaming 2023 to make Dubai a top global gaming city, and the program, guys, aims to generate 30,000 new jobs in the gaming sector and will boost Dubai's digital economy by $1 billion by 2033. And the announcement, guys, was made during a meeting of the Higher Committee for Future Technology and Digital Economy, and 3 initiatives under the Dubai Metaverse strategy were also launched, including Metaverse Alliance, Metaverse Guidelines, and Metaverse Pioneers. And so far as Metaverse Alliance is concerned, it is essentially a global network of government entities, tech companies, entrepreneurs, and startups in the metaverse field, and it promotes collaborations and partnership for virtual world projects and innovative government services. And so far as Metaverse Guidelines is concerned, it aims to define how the metaverse can be used in government sector. And so far as Metaverse Pioneers is concerned, guys, it is essentially a program to equip Dubai government employees with metaverse skills. And the Dubai Program for Gaming 2033 will focus on talent, content, and technology, and it will create a global platform for digital content creators and provide training and job opportunities as well. So definitely positive news. And guys, it also includes local and international events and encourages different partnerships as well. And guys, it promotes collaborations and partnership for virtual world projects and innovative government services. And guys, so far as this news is concerned, Create Apps in Dubai is an initiative that has already trained 500 Emirati talents in mobile app developments. And Amazon, guys, as we know, is featuring products on 100,000 SMEs on its UAE store by 2026, and 14,000 new companies have already registered on the platform since its launch in March of this year. And the Metaverse Accelerator program by DFC has graduated 10 startups in gaming, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and Web3. And I definitely covered this news in my Metaverse Everything podcast that I released earlier this year. And guys, this program, called as Dubai Program for Gaming 2023, has already received over 250 applications from the UAE and also from across the world. And these initiatives align with Dubai's commitment to embracing advanced technology and digital transformation. And guys, listen, Dubai is positioning itself as a hub for gaming, metaverse development, and digital innovation. So definitely positive news. So those were the news, guys, from Crypto Coffee 88 from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com. that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now, for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Lloyd who asks, with Bitcoin Ordinals volume pumping up, do you think NFT hype will resurface again? To be honest, Lloyd, this is such a brilliant question, and I'm looking at the news right now. They're definitely seeing some signs of NFTs because the market is heading towards a bullish market, isn't it? So to answer your question, yes, with Bitcoin Ordinals pumping up, I'm pretty much sure there'll be other NFT projects which will definitely be benefited by it. Now, this year in particular has not been the best year for NFTs, and I very specifically remember, Lloyd, when news regarding NFTs broke out, I used to see so many people becoming NFT experts overnight, and they were actually talking about NFTs being the future of technology. And Gary, we used to talk so much about NFTs. Even Logan Paul, the notorious YouTuber and now boxer, also had a couple of failed NFT projects as well. And there was so much of news, even in the boxing world and sporting world. And I tend to do obstacle course race, that is Spartan race. Even they went to launch NFTs, and all of these NFTs were tied to certain utilities as well. But the news regarding NFTs completely vanished when the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency collapsed because of the collapse of Terra Luna, and also because of the collapse of FTX exchange as well. But now, because there is news regarding Bitcoin Spot ETF, because there is news regarding Bitcoin halving, and general indication that we might be heading, let's say, in a bullish market, because of all this news, lately I'm seeing quite a lot of news regarding NFTs. As a matter of fact, last week itself, Lloyd, I did cover 3 news regarding NFTs, and earlier this year, there was absolutely no news regarding NFTs that I was being talking about. So to answer your question, yes, Bitcoin Ordinals news, even technological updates, definitely has an impact so far as the NFT volume is concerned. And what our listeners can do is, if you go to DeFiLlama.com, they've added new sectors where you can only look at NFT related projects and protocols. But yes, I wouldn't be surprised if news regarding NFTs definitely increases. Now it's really crucial to check what kind of impact these NFTs will have when metaverse goes mainstream. Ideally, look, Lloyd, I'm looking at an NFT which is created by artificial intelligence, something in the form of avatar, which is probably connected to ChatGPT, and if that can be used in the metaverse, that will be extremely futuristic, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure in the near future, or in the immediate future, projects like this will definitely start occurring. But definitely a brilliant question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how the series of episodes in the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other 2 news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.